Are you looking for a brand new Wavemaker for your Reef aquarium? A Wavemaker that will create that random flow that you see everywhere? Or are you just upgrading and looking for a different Wavemaker for your current setup? Well, in today's video, we're taking a look at the circulation Wavemaker pump from Hygger. Okay, so we've taken a look at Hygger Wavemakers here on the channel before. I've shown you guys the best Hygger Wavemaker for under $100, and if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and click the links down in the description below and you can watch that one as soon as you're done with this video. Okay, so opening the box, inside you have the entire pump is packed with a styrofoam packing here. Taking that out, you have the instruction manual, you have the pump, you have the magnets that adhere to the glass, and the controller, as well as the power adapter to plug everything into the wall. Now, looking at this pump for the first time, it's got some weight to it. It feels like a good quality pump right here. It is a little bit on the larger side. I believe it's like 8 inches or so, a little bit over 8 inches in length. But this is the 50-watt version. The model number is the HG119, which can pump up to 3,430 gallons per hour. So this is suitable for a tank like the one that I have, which is 125 gallons. So this is the large size. They also have a 35-watt version of this pump that pumps 2,640 gallons per hour. So if you have a smaller tank that requires that much of a flow rate, then you can go with the 35 watt. It looks like a very strong magnet right here, and of course it's got the warning on the back for that. Now, taking a look at the controller, this looks like a very simplified controller. You have your mode with a plus minus button, you have a feed option, and it looks like the power right up here. So a pretty simple looking controller. Now, this controller is not waterproof, so make sure you mount it away from where it can get wet or splashed. And then of course you have the power adapter that plugs into the wall. Okay, so why did I pick up this pump versus another low profile design? Well, I've always wanted kind of like the gyre style pump in the aquarium, but the last time I tried to do that, as soon as I plugged in the gyre, it just kicked water everywhere. So I'm hoping once we get this into the tank, it's gonna start off in a low mode and give us time to adjust things to set it to the right flow rate. Now, what's really cool about this style pump is that you can mount it in the aquarium vertically or horizontally, and this right here gives you a 360-degree angle, giving you that nice gyre flow across your aquarium. Now, the mode options that you get with this pump are constant wave mode, gradient wave mode, classic wave mode, and random wave mode, and you can increase or decrease the intensity. And once we hook it in the tank, we'll take a look at all of the modes and see how it functions. This pump also features what they call a dry rotation feature that allows it keeps it protected if it runs dry for any reason. There's a special chip in here that will sense if it runs dry, and it keeps it protected. Now, it also has a memory function as well. So when the power goes out or you turn the power off to the pump, it's gonna remember these settings that you have programmed here, and when the power comes back on or the pump gets turned back on, it will start up in the same mode that it was turned off in. Now, it also sports these 6 rubber features on the bottom of the pump, like near where the magnet is mounted to the glass, and that's to help keep things quiet. So this pump will run quiet in the aquarium, so you can rest assured that you don't have any loud buzzing or humming or anything coming from your pump. The aquarium puts out so much noise anyway, we don't need to add more to it. It's supposed to be very easy to clean as well. You're supposed to be able to rotate that 90 degrees, pull it off, get to the impeller, and clean everything out if something gets stuck. You could also mount it differently too. So this rotates as well, so you can mount it like that, hiding the magnet or having the magnet vertical or having it horizontal. However you choose to mount it in your aquarium, should keep things nice and neat and very easy to put in the tank. So let's go ahead and get the Hygger Crossflow pump into the aquarium and see just how it works. Now, real quick, I just want to mention that I am really enjoying Hygger products. I love the Hygger Wavemakers that I have tried out so far. So if you want to see any of those videos, I'm going to link them in the description below. But if you want to get your own Hygger aquarium equipment at a discounted price, I have my affiliate link in the description as well. So you can go ahead, click that link, save 10% off your first purchase from Wavemakers to any other aquarium product for your Reef aquarium. Go ahead, check out that link in the description below. Okay, so let's get it set up in the tank. I think I'm gonna put it on this side right over here. Now, you get quite a bit of cable when it comes to this pump, like from the controller to the adapter. You have plenty of cable to work with. Don't know which way I like the best. I think I'm gonna just put it in everything parallel and see how that works. All right, so we're gonna put that in right there, and you're gonna take this and just slide it into place. You don't want to slam it against your glass because you don't want it to damage your glass at all, because these are strong magnets that we use in the aquarium hobby. All right, so that looks like it's good for now. Okay, so now that the Hygger pump is in the tank, we can go ahead and hook up the controller. We can get the controller working and see what happens. Okay, so we should turn it on right here. Here is the pump. So this is the mode. Oh, this is what it looks like. It just now came on, and it did not come on too harshly. But right now you can see the corals. Look at that. So it did come on pretty powerful, but you can see my LPS corals down here, the hammer coral, not doing too bad. These guys actually like that kind of flow, so it might be more beneficial for them, but this guy is getting blasted, so we're gonna turn it down some. Scully is still looking okay, but if we look at the surface of the water, we're doing okay. We're doing all right. Okay, so that is the constant wave at, looks like 100%. So this is a very simple controller. I should be able to dial it back by hitting the minus button here. And you can see that we're starting to go down. So we're in a little bit less water flow now. And you can see, let's go back up to the tank. You can see that we got a little bit less water flow going on. He's not getting blasted as much. He's still getting blasted. That anemone is what I'm talking about. But let's go ahead and adjust it a little bit more. So right here you have the constant wave mode, you have the gradient wave mode, you have classic wave mode, random wave, and the feed mode. So right now we're gonna hit mode to get to a more classic wave. And it's a classic wave, doesn't look like it has an intensity. It looks like it has its own mode. Let's see if I push that. So classic wave is on its own setting. Let's zoom out and take a look. Looking at the surface of the water, we are getting a wave. And if we look at these corals here that we're basing the water motion on, you can see kind of a different wave happening right there. Check out the toadstool. So I actually want this guy to kind of move. So it might be good that he's getting blasted like that. He might actually like it and stay there, but let's take a look. We're getting more of a wave being pushed now through the aquarium. And you can see the wave right here starting to go. Watch the water line. So there's the wave. That is pretty cool. Look at the Kenya tree corals. So nothing is going too crazy. It's just that anemone for the most part. Look at the cloves down here. they are doing good. So I actually might leave it here for my final setting, but let's check out even more settings. So let's go to, all right, so I know I skipped one. Let's go to gradient wave. So we'll hit the mode, we'll come back to gradient wave. Gradient wave, it looks like you can set the intensity up there, so we can increase it. So we'll go 50% and we'll take a look at what it's doing up there. So we're gonna increase that. Let's increase that to 100% just to see what we do all the way up. So we're getting a lot of movement over here on this side of the tank. Actually looking pretty good. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna leave it on this side of the tank. And so we are currently on gradient wave. So let's go to classic wave. So trying out all the different modes here, classic wave is my favorite one, even though you don't really change the intensities that much. It's working great here. Then you got the random mode here that will push a lot of flow, then it will just randomize and it switches between the different modes and settings there. So if you take a look at the controller here while it's doing the random mode, you can see how it's randomizing through the different numbers here, different settings on the controller, and that just keeps things random. So it's nice. You can have a lot of flow, a little bit of flow, and then, but I think my favorite is the classic wave. Now, if you click the feed button down here, you have a 10-minute feed time, a 20-minute feed time if you push it again, and then 30 minutes. And then if you push it one more time, you'll go back to that. So it's a pretty simple controller, just hitting the mode button, switching through the different modes that you like. The feed button down there, again, for feeding times, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then the plus or minus to increase and decrease the intensity of whatever mode you're on besides the classic wave. But I'm gonna leave it on the classic wave for now in my tank. I think that's my favorite one. It's pretty easy to set up and program and get it on the mode and setting that you like. So adding the Wavemaker pump to the aquarium did not disrupt anything. In fact, I'm really enjoying the classic wave mode that it's in right now. The corals are loving it. Nothing got messed up when I added it to the tank. Nice, easy pump to use, easy controller as well. So if you're looking for easy setup, easy to install, great water flow modes and settings for you to enjoy and for your aquarium to love, then this might be the pump for you. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, then YouTube is recommending you check out this one right here. I know you're gonna love it. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.